Hello everyone. This is my, I think, fifth video for Python programming tutorials, and I'm going to discuss today about conditional statements in Python, right? And we'll try to focus on if state. I'll be discussing if, right? Simple if statement, and then I'll be discussing if else statement, right? And then I'll be discussing nested if statement, right? And I'll be discussing those three conditional statements by way of giving examples, right? I'll be using my online compiler. Okay, that's it. And for now, I am almost done also with my C tutorials. I'm on my way to multi-dimensional array, and after that, we'll be discussing printers, and I'm done. Right? But for a while, I'll try to go in parallel with, right? I did have this Python programming language. Okay, so that's it. Now, I am going to share my screen. All right. So here, please follow my screen. Okay. We'll try to say, for example, a is equal to input. All right, and we'll be asking for a value. Enter a value, and by way of using if, we'll try to ask if the value of a is greater than 0. And if that is the case, we'll put, right, we'll put colon, that's part of the syntax. And we'll try to display entered value is what? Positive. Right? If it's greater than 0, that value is positive. We'll try to run. Okay? So here, so enter value. So when I put 9 in there, when I press enter K, oh, there's an error. What is this? Oh, okay. There's a mismatch. I need to convert, because technically when you use input statement in Python programming, the value that you're going to enter are actually string value. So you cannot say in this particular example, our a contains 9, and 9 is not a numeric value in here. It's a string. And you cannot compare string 9 value to 0, because 0 is an integer value. So we have to convert this. So to convert is very simple, right? I did discuss this in my previous video. You have to issue int, right, command or function to convert this one. And now whatever value that you're going to store in to a will be converted to an integer value. So we can now run this program, and we'll try to use 9, for example, and press enter K, and entered value is positive. So that's simple if statement. How about if else? What if the user entered a negative value? So our program won't display. Say for example here, when I have here -7, when I press enter K, no screen output, because our program limits to the display of the positive value. So we can use else in here. So we can extend, right, else, and then print what? I'm sorry. Print entered value is negative. Okay, please follow my screen. So here, when we are going to click run, right, when we say 9, for example, it will display entered value is positive. When we input -5, for example, entered value is negative. So sounds flexible. So that's it. That's if else statement. What if we'll be using else if statement? So say for example, our program will ask for a value from 1 to 12, and then our program display its corresponding value in months. Like if it is 1, that's January. If it is 2, that's February. And if it goes beyond 1 to 12, we'll display invalid entry. So we'll be using if else. Else if statement. So if else, I mean. So look at this. Enter value, and then we'll try to inform the user to somehow limit to 1 to 12 only. Right? And here, if if a is equal to 1, all right, I'm sorry, we'll display, what is this, January. Okay, you're following. And If it is 2, we'll be using else if. So elif. In Python, this is elif. If elif um, a is 2, all right. Here we'll try to put some spaces in here. Then print February. Okay. So and now we'll try to copy and paste, right? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. To save some space in here, we'll just for a while. Please follow my screen. We'll try to make a one-line program. Right. Okay. And then this is still good. It will still run. Control C. All right. If it's 3, okay, to display what? March, right? And if it's 4, April. Please follow my screen. And if it's Python program is very simple, right? When it is 5, it's gonna be May. When it is 6, are you following my screen? It's June. Okay. When it's 7, it's gonna be my birth month, July. Look at this, July Legion. And if it is 8, I'm enjoying my programming tutorials. August, right? And if it is, I'm almost done. We're almost done. Please follow my screen. September. All right. And if it's 10, what is this? October. October Feast. Okay. Please follow my screen. And if it's 11, I'd love to suggest you do the same, right? You do the same. You have your internet connection, you can use online compiler and do the same. November. Because programming is impossible if you don't go in parallel with the tutorials, right? So do the same. Apply. This hands-on is the one of. Now if it goes beyond, 1 to 12, we'll use else, right? Same with some other programming languages, and we'll display invalid input. Okay, so look at this, right? So this is now our program. We'll try to click, and now our program is asking for a value from 1 to 12. So if we enter 2, this 2 will be stored at A, and we'll try to check if A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 12, right? So we'll try clicking, we'll try pressing enter K, and it display February. I'm sorry, February is wrong spelling. February, right? So run again. Say for example 7, my birth month, it will display July. If for example I will be going out of bound, say for example 20, when I press enter K, it will display invalid entry. Okay, so at the end of the day, Python programming is one of the simplest programming language as of today. There are new programming languages coming in, like for example R programming language. They're also actually simple also, but I hope I can do video on that and I can post it in here in my YouTube channel, kuyaeggworld. By the way, please click subscribe, okay, and do some sharing of this video so as to increase my subscribers also, please. Thank you so much. Now, what if we'll create a program that will ask for a value, and it will try to evaluate whether the value is positive, whether it is negative, or whether it is 0. What is that? Okay, so let's see. we'll try to use nested if. Okay, we'll try to use nested if. How is that so? Enter a value here. We'll try to erase this 1 to 12, and then we'll try to use. I did discuss simple if, right? I did discuss if else statement a while ago. I did share else if, right? Else if statement. Our program did ask for a value and it will display its corresponding month. Now I'll be discussing nested if, an if statement within another if statement. Okay, and we'll try to ask for a value and then determine display whether it is positive, negative, or zero. Okay, so here, nested if, for example, if a is greater than or equal to 0, okay, enter, and then we'll try to ask again. This is now what? Nested if it is 0, and if this is true, we'll display what? Entered value is 0, right? And if it's not 0, then we'll display what? Entered value is positive. Nowhere in the world that the value becomes negative in here, because this will only be executed, right, if this condition is true. And in this particular condition, we were asking if the value A is greater than or equal to 0, right? Is greater than or equal to 0. So meaning if it's greater than or equal to 0, meaning the value is either 0 or positive value, right? So this is now what? The nested if statement, and this is the mother if statement. And if this condition is false, meaning A is not greater than or equal to 0, then we'll have an else portion here, and we will display what? If it is false, then more or less entered value is negative. Are you following? So simple. This is now the nested if statement. We'll try to run this program. We'll try to execute this program. So we are now asking for a value. Let us say, for example, 45, and we'll press enter K. Entered value is positive, which is correct. And then we'll try to run it again, and we'll display, we'll supply 0, and entered value is 0. And run it again, okay. And we'll try to issue negative value, negative 9. Entered value is negative. So simple. Okay. So that's it. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you find it useful. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video, and on my next video I'll be discussing another statement in Python programming language, and I hope I can finish my C programming tutorial also. And if you have extra time, I have some videos on my art attack. We have some drawings in there using graphite pencil, and we have some, I have my, some videos like my personal activities. Okay, so thank you so much for now. God bless us. God is good. Take care.